Well, hey, welcome to the show before the show. I'm your host, Patrick Marlette, the local game guy, and today we have another King of the Pirates. There were some technical difficulties with the setup, but there you go. We are running. Cool. I have like 3 monitors set up. One to see that the feed is going through, one to see the background on YouTube, and then one for our gameplay. But I'm joined by Corey, the Real Croc YT on YouTube. If you haven't seen his content before, I've seen a lot of your manga coverage, basically covering latest releases via Livestream, but also a lot of shorts content. You can talk more about yourself to your audience, I suppose, and my audience, but feel free to take it away, man.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Thank you, Pat, for having me on. I really appreciate this more than you know.
Dude, of course.
Yeah, I just do a lot of anime, manga, comic book. Honestly, my channel is variety. I know YouTube doesn't love the algorithm when you choose to be a variety person, but I just want to just put whatever I want to put up on YouTube, so it'll always scale in between. Maybe I'll have a vlog buying some card games. I just got into this One Piece card game fairly recently. One Piece manga chapter reviews, Berserk. I'm gonna start getting to JoJo soon. Make review content. Like a whole bunch of a myriad of random things. So.
Toe MTG says One Piece. That's correct. Yes. If you missed the first King of the Pirates, Luffy versus Ivankov, I was joined by good pal Mikey. We're covering a range of TCGs now. You don't know this, Corey, but this whole channel is a legacy sort of MTG channel. We did a lot of Commander content here in the space, but I kind of love board and card games in general, so the idea was to spread out, cover some other things. Like you're saying, variety. It doesn't always go well at first, but I think the more you work at it, the more effective it is. Like, it's funny because I'll have some videos hit off and then some that are just duds, and it can't be helped really. Like, the market's so saturated, particularly on YouTube, but I mean, you get the problem. You get the woes of being a content creator. Yeah. But before we jump into this one, I guess I just want to say thank you, Corey, for jumping on. The premise of this particular segment is to have other content creators on. Obviously, you guys get to talk about and showcase your own work. Again, link in the description to Corey. But also to fight the best of the best. So if you happen to be a tournament grinder and or a content creator and you want to jump on the show, feel free to message me. I'd love to have you out. But I actually met Corey locally. I think I bought a card or two off you. I met you, I think, initially at a pre-release, but then we'd been hanging out at a couple other LGSs locally, and there are a ton to hit up. I'm not going to shout out any one, but I was going to say, like, do you have a favorite One Piece experience so far? Like, I jumped in with OPO2, and I think you started with you dabbled with OPO1, or did you also jump in with OPO2?
So I got into it basically at the tail end, maybe the last 3 weeks of OPO1.
Right.
And basically ended up buying, like, first of all, I thought I was going to be able to just go into a store willy-nilly and just buy some packs of cards.
Right.
And I played myself. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, because I haven't played a TCG since, was it pre-Synchro Yu-Gi-Oh? It's been forever. So I thought I was going to be able to just walk to a card store, just buy some packs, buy some boosters, a starter deck, and just be good, because I wanted to make an unboxing video. But then I came and found out, he looked at me like, yeah, if you want some packs, you're gonna have to drop some dimes, drop a lot of money on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's surprising how well. So if you guys don't know, Bandai Namco, there were like a shortage of product here stateside. So, and that was all throughout OPO1, and then sort of up until OPO2, they've gone a little bit better about sending product out here to the Americas. But, when I jumped into the game, the singles were kind of overpriced. The starter packs were overpriced. You can tell now behind me. I have all the starters now because I bought them for $20 instead of like those inflated rates. But it's finally come down, thankfully, for both of us. But I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I've been playing it for a solid like 2.5 months at this point, and I've brewed a lot. So this smoker is going to be an interesting deck to play today. I would say Whitebeard's not a good matchup for it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Nah, you might bust your way through. You never know what's going to happen with this game. The way this game tempos, anything can happen any turn.
Yeah, and that's sort of the beauty of it too. It's like a really simple game to get into. Again, if you're a Magic player, at some point I want to do a beginner's guide to One Piece, but from the lens or perspective of a Magic player. So that's a little bit easier to break down. Just the same sort of jargon you'd see at an MTG table, but with one piece. It's very simple. You know, there's not that much interaction outside of counters. But within that simplicity, there is a game that's really difficult to master. And it's dependent on color to color, too. Like Whitebeard, we joked about this before, Corey, but it's Stressbeard. It's
Stressbeard.
Yeah, like, yeah, tell me about it. Because I was a fellow Whitebeard player, but I stopped. It's too much.
I mean, I'm still trying to push through. I'm waiting for OPO3. But even now, I'm not entirely completely happy running Whitebeard. Just like you said, the anxiety, the stress that comes with it every turn.
Yeah.
I don't think my intelligence levels just, I freak out every turn. I'm freaking out about the life of that you lose every turn. It's so much.
Yeah, it's one of the top decks, though, if you guys don't know, at least right now in OPO2. It's one of the more tournament winning list. But like things change, and it's funny how different the Asian meta is from the meta here in the United States. Like we're seeing other decks win out in tournaments, like Mikey was saying last week actually, that Luffy, the starter Luffy, took home first place, I believe, in Texas. So yeah,
that Luffy came out of left field, man. Out of left field.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I have my own version of it too, and I actually got turned on to it at the last LGS we were at when you mentioned that one guy playing it with Little Ore. I don't have Little Ore in mine, but it's a damn good list, dude. But yeah, I think it's time to officially start this off. But hey, I'm Patrick Moreland, again, your local game guy. Today I'm joined by Corey, the Real Croc, here on YouTube. You can check out his YouTube page and the link in the description. But this is King of the Pirates. Because I want to be king of the pirates, I'm throwing down with the best of the best, or at least the best I know. And Corey and I, again, if you weren't here during the show before the show, both met at a local game store not that long ago, and have been playing since. And I mean to play more, definitely when OPO3 comes out. But today I'm actually going to be playing Smoker. So if you've not played on this service before, it's Spell Table. It's meant for Magic, but you can play pretty much anything on here, so that's what we're doing today. So all of our coverage is going to be on here. Again, you can make an account, try it out yourself. I'll be manually switching between mine and Corey's board here, so bear with me. But he's got the Sanji mat. I've got the old
Sanji mat. Got the Whitebeard deck box.
Oh, you're taking it seriously, man. Yeah, tell me about your Whitebeard list, and like briefly, because the general run of show with this programming is it's best of 3, unlike a tournament setting, right? Yeah. Instead of just doing one round, we want to see, sometimes you brick, sometimes you get unlucky. There's no sideboarding with our particular playstyle here, but we want to see if we can't top the other one, in a best of 3. But afterwards, we do a brief deck profile on the list we've constructed. So I'm curious to see what you're running. I think it's Strawbeard.
Yeah, so definitely running Strawbeard, just because I felt bad kind of still using Boatbeard once the ban kind of came out. Even though we can still use it, I was just like, I don't want to be that guy. Let me just run Strawbeard. Plus, it felt a little bit more home to my playstyle in regards to like the aggro and the rush itself. Definitely, a lot of low-cost characters to kind of keep the game pace going, but definitely the Whitebeard is a staple. The Edward Newgate, the 9-cost staple in this deck. Like, if you don't get that going, you're probably going to lose the match unless the person really whiffed it all the way through. And I mean, it's only going to get more consistent too when the next set comes out, as we get a new EZO that'll help us find Whitebeard pirates. So right now, Strawbeard's like very consistent. I think that's the one that's pretty much winning most events. Boatbeard is good, but like you said, Moby Dick is the name of the card. Yeah, it's been banned. You can again still technically play it for the rest of OPO2, so knock yourself out if you're still on it. Feel free to. It just gets a little too consistent in the next set, so they banned it. And there's only 2 banned cards so far, so I gotta say, like, they're doing a pretty good job balancing this game. Yeah, I thought it was gonna go. I'm not sure how it's gonna go once the game evolves even further, but I think so far it's pacing well. Like, just the popularity of this game and how well it is and how easy it is to pick up.
Yeah,
I can't really complain.
No. And it's funny because we get to see all the spoils for the next sets like well in advance. So we're aware of what comes out in the 4th set. So people are like spec buying and sort of getting their leaders ready for these upcoming sets. And I try not to think too far in advance, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been playing an OPO3 Smoker a lot because he really favors Isho, particularly in this build. So this is not your typical build. You're not going to see a Sakazuki. You're not going to see some of the bombs you typically see in a Smoker. This is an aggro package, a little different. I will state that it does hurt not having brand new or eShow from set 3, but we're gonna deal with that later.
It's only a month away. Only a month away.
I know, dude.
Bye.
I'm so anxious for it. Yeah, and that next set comes with a bunch of cool new leaders. I wish Arlong was a little better. Like, there's just not enough support for his sort of deck archetype, but we'll get there when we get there. And anyway, you want to roll to see who goes first?
Sure.
I got two dice. I can roll one for you, one for me.
Where's my dice? Yeah, you can do that.
All right. So left hand's you, right hand's me. High or low? I'll let you call.
High.
High. Oh shoot, you got the 5. Okay. You going first, sir, or last?
I'm gonna go first.
Gotcha. All right, let's see if we keep these hands.
Probably not.
Yeah, right.
Best move, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh man, this is weird. Honestly, against you, it might be good. I don't know. Let's keep this. This is just dumb enough to work. Let's keep this. So I'm gonna use a die so that you guys can see my life total. But I will switch over to your screen in just a second.
Definitely not keeping this hand.
Where? Yeah, dude, I wish the Sanji that came out in set 2 is just a little better, man. Just a little.
It's future, man. The future, because you see what happened with the blue purple Kaido. Like, everybody kind of rushed to get that.
Dude, I feel like an idiot for not. Well, specifically because they just announced that Searcher too. The new one that happens to be in blue instead of purple.
Yeah, the who's.
Dude, rough. But yeah, that Kaido, I was gonna snap one up for like $45, and I.
$40. It was for the. I knew it's. I was telling my boy, I was like, "Yo, you should get the blue purple Kaido because he loves Kaido now."
Yeah.
And knowing the anime gives you a lot of insight in regards to what to predict of what certain cards are gonna kind of,
set per set, you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of know how it's gonna synergize. So once I saw the blue yellow queen leader get announced, I already knew that there was going to be some blue Animal Kingdom Pirates cards coming in, and blue purple Kaido was going to make a comeback. So
right.
Knowing the series in itself and the lore in regards to like what factions or what kind of gives a little bit of an advantage with just knowing information, not playing, but just knowing.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, I've actually got into the anime because I got in. And sorry, you can start whenever you're ready, but I'm actually on, I believe, Whitebeard's story arc right now. So I'm excited to get to it.
Making some headway.
Yeah, dude.
Did I say I was going first?
You are. I'll take that draw. Don't deny me.
Oh yeah, don't draw. And I got nothing.
Okay.
Life. I lose life every turn because of Whitebeard's ability, so.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie though, it is upsetting for me because Smoker's ability really wants you to play Nami.
Like, I was feeding. Yeah. I was like, oh, no Nami for me.
All right, well, if you don't know this, even in OPO3, Black doesn't really have a starting play, so even at 2 Dawn, it's just not happening until we get brand new.
Yeah.
Toe MTG says you are way behind. Way behind what? Oh, but yeah, it's your go whenever you're ready.
Oh, that's it? You just 2 Dawn and that's it?
2 Dawn, that's it. I could have donned up, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. All right.
I realized something about my hand that's pretty negative. We could talk about this starting hand later. It was a dumb choice. It was not the right hand to keep.
Starting hand is always going to stress you out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting stressed out right now in regards to what I should play. So
I'm
going to use 3 Dawn. Bring out Luffy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing at your leader for 6 with Whitebeard.
And I'm going to take it. Correct. So I just got to the Whitebeard story arc. So we just did, at least where I'm at, with like the Pumpkin Pirate little mini arc. And now I'm getting into Whitebeard. So yeah, Toe says I'm way behind. I know. I definitely am.
A lot of people are like catching up now, especially because the series is entering one of its hypest moments in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no such thing as being too late to get into One Piece. That's one thing about One Piece fans.
Oh, I'll take my turn, sir. Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and put that 2 Dawn down. Well, this start. Alright, so what is your Luffy is a 3 for 3, right? Alright. This feels weird, but it's something I must do.
Don't be petty.
No, I'm not being petty. I'm not being petty. I'll make you regret playing the 2K against me. But yeah, we're gonna KO that boy. So let's go ahead and drop. This feels weird. Shoot, yeah, I guess we're gonna do that. We're gonna have to drop the 4-cost Kuzan, and that'll do it. And we're gonna go Dawn up. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Feel it. And I'm swinging a lead 6.
Swinging for 6. All right, I'm going to use my Frankie counter.
Got you.
Okay.
Cool, cool. And with that, I'll pass the turn. I have 6 cards in hand. How many cards you got?
5.
Okay.
Actually, I was supposed to draw my last turn. My bad. I just remembered.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You should be down to 4.
All right, my go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Set everybody back to active.
Yeah, I'm curious, man. Like, what's been your favorite story arc with One Piece? And you don't have to really elaborate. You know, I feel like you're like you said, you're caught up. So I'm curious, though.
It spans. If we're going, I want to keep it in the realm of where you are because I don't even want to say the name of. The thing is, if I say the arc name, it's gonna tell you the island name.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think by far the peak of One Piece around where you are is the Enies Lobbies arc.
Okay.
I think that's where I fell in love with the series because when I caught up, it was a binge, and at the time it was only 800 episodes, which sounds crazy to say, right? Only 800 episodes.
Yeah.
But by the time I got to episode like 230 something, that's when I finally was like, oh, I think I love this show. Because the whole time I was just kind of pushing through out of pure like, all right, there must be something here because there's a lot of fans of it.
Yeah. So,
but now at that point I was just like, oh, this is the best shit ever.
It hasn't hit that point for me, but I get what you're saying.
Nah, soon. All right, that Kobe is 4K, right?
Just a 4 boy. That's right. That's right, Vista.
Come on, bro. Exposing me.
That's right, Sea Quake. I don't know what you got. You might have one or the other.
Exposing me. All right. What is a good move? It's not.
You got 5 Dawn, so.
Okay. I'm gonna use 2 Dawn. Bring out Brook.
Okay.
2 Rush Dawn to
the boy.
And then I'll throw. Actually, I'm gonna throw one more on Whitebeard.
Sure.
I'm gonna swing lead for 9.
Lead for 9, sure. Is that a Zelda themed like wallpaper on your Apple Watch?
Oh nah, it's like this Kith like Versace thing.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't even. The Zelda life right now, nah. The Tears of the Kingdom people are bugging out. I can't compete.
I am drawing. Really? That's funny, dude. Like I don't know. I'm getting so many TikToks for it, but it's really just dumb inventions. My God.
I love it. It's I didn't even know any of that stuff was possible in a Zelda game.
It wasn't like till now. If you played Breath of the Wild, I don't know if you're like a Zelda fan, but yeah, my fiance loves them, so I've played vicariously. I've watched her play through all the games, and Breath of the Wild was her favorite up till now, and I'm assuming that this is just that, but more. Essentially, it's the same. You're in the same area, as a matter of fact. They just expand upon it, but it looks dope as hell, dude. Like I'm very excited for it.
The last one I played was the Link's Awakening remake on Switch. So that was I played that one. I liked that one, but I actually never played Breath of the Wild.
Gotcha.
Too big for me, I think. I don't got the hours.
I don't blame you. I think that what we're gonna do is just put down. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. I will play a 5-drop smoker. I'll Dawn up. And I'll swing 6 at Whitebeard.
No.
I mean, at a certain point, got you. At a certain point, you're not going to have double attack damage for me to even hit, so. But that's it. I'll pass with that.
Right. Cool. Everybody's back to active. Everybody's so creative.
Dude, I love her. She's so funny, man. Water 7 arc was just all over the place with emotions. It was seriously the best.
Oh, Usopp. Oh, Usopp.
Dude, I love Usopp. I'm just waiting for them to make him a leader. Like, I'm not, like I say, I'm this far in. I'm not that far in. Yeah. And Usopp is easily, like, front runner for... I don't know. He's not the best. He's not the greatest. He's not striving to be. He's absolutely my favorite. I'm assuming he just gets boss.
Does get better. Usopp does get better. All right, so we are going to go 5 Dawn.
Luffy.
Good old Rush Luffy.
Yeah.
And then we are going to put 6 to lead with Luffy.
Okay. I just want to state, I do run 2Ks in this list. Oh no, I think your camera feed cut out.
Yeah, because my cousin's calling me. Let me.
I'll ignore them. I'm gonna take.
I put it on do not disturb. I don't know why that happens.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, dude. I like.
Now my whole table is here.
I've got Here, I'll switch to my cam. But no, I've got 2Ks in this deck. I promise. They're here. I'm just saving them.
Let me see if I can fix my camera. Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh no, you're good. Take your time.
Yeah.
Here.
I would have to exit and rejoin. So let me hit reload here.
Yeah. Feel free. I've got it switched on my end to a wider frame, but so the mix-up for this smoker list, as I was mentioning off the bat, it's not that I'm not running 2Ks or counter power. It's just that I'm not seeing any of it. I shuffled the heck out of this deck. It was organized prior to us playing, and well, I can't wait to show you my hand, guys, after this.
All right, the game is back. Hopefully they don't call me back. You think sometimes, like, you get the couple of ignores, people will get the...
Right. You got to do the, if you're on Mac, if you do the don't disturb me button, or
I have it
focus.
on that, and it's just still, it's still going through. It's so odd.
That is odd, dude. All right.
We should be good now. All right, so I'm still in my attack phase like it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right.
And then let's go 7 to lead with Newgate leader.
7 to lead with Newgate. All right.
Yo, why is he calling me?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
No, you're so good, man. I think I will counter out on this one. We're gonna drop a Borsalino and a Tashigi, so you guys can see that. Wow.
Let me just call him.
You're good.
This is so unprofessional.
Oh shoot! What are we seeing? What are we getting to see? Here, go back to the Y.
I have no audio in the chat.
You have no audio in the chat. You have audio in my chat.
He's telling me that I'm muted. Interesting. Let me see.
All right.
Check. So weird. What?
Oh, we definitely heard that. I definitely heard that.
Yeah, I can't even read the chat. All right, let me see if I can figure it out.
Oh, you're good. Water 7 is literally about to come out, though, so far as Set 3 is concerned. TOE MTG, if you were interested, Iceberg is a new leader. I don't know if, like, what his story is, if he's a good guy or a bad guy, so far as that whole arc is concerned. But he's he's not... I forget his subtypes. He's like Galley something.
Yeah, Galley.
And I think also Water 7, or at least he plays well with Water 7 cards, so.
Yeah. That's so interesting because my chat picks up here. But
I don't know. Yeah, you can just talk into it. Yeah, I hear you though. We definitely hear you. So it's on.
Yeah. I see the levels moving on here. But I guess not.
Here, let me see.
Check. Yeah, levels are moving there. Let me change it. Audio output.
Yeah. Here, guys.
The audio. Check. Down, put it back up.
Wait, okay, I'm just trying not to say too much to spoil because I'm all caught up with the manga. Oh, that's cool. You guys can chat about it. Like, I don't care if it gets spoiled for me, honestly.
Nah, man. Nobody can't ruin it.
Here, we can send them to just send them to local game guy. I wish I was recording this though, so I could just send it to you and you could like repurpose it if you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Audio's not picking up. Yo, you are muted, bro. They can hear you and not me.
Huh. Well, that's good at least. I'll narrate. I can narrate. I'll narrate for him.
At this point, it's on you. Carry the team. Sorry, so you countered out the Whitebeard attack, right?
I blocked it, or I countered it rather. Here. We're and we're back.
All right, cool.
Here, it's so hot in my space.
I'm gonna pass. Yeah, it's actually getting hot in here.
All right, cards in hand, by the way.
5.
5 cards. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. Put some Dawn out. Oh, really just cross my fingers. I think what we need to do is attack. So what we're looking at is a board with a Luffy, a Brook, and a Whitebeard. So 2 6Ks. I did just dump my blocker, you might have noticed. Trust me, it's not what I wanted to do, but it's what we had to do. But yeah, we can get through this. We're going to be okay. Maybe. Let's go ahead and do... So there's no way that we're going to get anyone down to 0 on this turn. Let's say that much.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and just put another 4-drop Kuzan down.
Okay.
Draw a card. Oh, this changes things a little bit. Okay. So your characters are 2 and 5, you say? All right. Truth be told, I think the best thing we can do is just this. We're gonna go send Lone Kobe.
Let me draw, because I didn't draw.
Oh, sure. We're gonna go 6K to your Luffy.
To Luffy, we're gonna throw the Vista.
Okay. And now you have 4 cards in hand, right?
Yeah, well, 5.
5 cards?
Yeah, because I had Drew Life. I forgot to draw Life before.
Got you. All right. Yeah, I wish we could swing vanilla, but we can't. And I think that we're going to have to sadly pass with that.
Right. This going.
Here, I'll narrate. I can't narrate for you. Do you want me to?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I think the audio picked up for me, but I'm not sure. Somebody will let me know, hopefully. But if not, you got this.
Newgate is on his 9-drop Newgate turn, so we'll see if we get it. There you go. I mean, it doesn't really spell the end for me, but it is kind of a nuisance.
Right, so the Kobe is at 4.
He's at 4.
Let's see. We're gonna go 6 into the Kobe with Luffy.
All right, I'm gonna allow. But wait, hold up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's okay. It's gonna have to be okay, I think. I mean, there's 2 ways this can shake out, right? Truth be told, that's okay. I'll turn the Dawn back.
Then we are going to go.
You know, honestly, I'm sorry. 8 at my boy Smoker.
Yep.
Right. I was gonna say Kingdom Hearts I love, but man, the storyline's all over the place, man.
Oh,
For me.
okay.
If we're gonna
Okay.
go Shockwave, bring my power up to 9k, and we're gonna kill the Brook.
Wow, that's unfortunate. All right, I got nothing else. Pass.
Got you. All right, so we have a 5 for 6, a 9 for 10, and Newgate gets to keep that magical 2k plus till end of next turn, sadly. So don't really know what I want to do here. But I've got a pretty flush board, so this is my 10k turn. Do I want to play a 10-drop Kuzin? Maybe. But not really. So you're at 2 life at this point?
Yep.
In cards in hand, you should have... Did you draw your... Oh, no, you don't because of Newgate. So you should be at 3 or 4? 4.
4.
Cool. All right. The first thing we're going to do... Probably, let's do some basic math here. 2, 3, 4. We go to 3.
All that Don.
Mm-hmm. We go to 3. Sure. All right, so I'll put Kuzan at 8 and swing 8 at your Newgate, and I'll reduce Luffy's level by 4.
8 at Newgate.
8 at Newgate. Let's see those cards, man.
Can't let that be. Gotta
Okay.
go broke. 2k counter.
Gotcha. We're gonna Dawn up Smoker here. Smoker is gonna reduce Luffy's cost by another 1, making him a 0. And now my Smoker is technically +2, so to signify that, I'll just have that down there. Alright, there's no good way about this. I think we need to just go in here. So you have 3 cards in hand, right? At
Yep.
most, you can have, what, 3 2k counters? Doubtful. No man gets so lucky.
Oh.
Okay, so we got 8, 9, 10. That's 1 2k. 10, 11, 12. All right. Let's go to 12. We're
12
gonna
to lead?
swing. Yeah, we're gonna swing a humble. Yeah, that's sad. We got to do it this way. We're gonna swing a humble 12 at your lead. Double attack! Double attack! Oh, it's double, sir. It's double. All right.
Oh, no.
All right. So at this point, you know, there's 2 routes we can go, but I think we'll Dawn up Smoker. So Smoker is technically at 7. He's also at 8. And I'm just going to, again, represent that with the dice. That's a little bit less confusing. And it's either we swing it at our guy Corey or our boy Luffy. And honestly, I'm going to swing it at Luffy. I'll give you another turn, sir.
4.
I'm swinging at Luffy for 8.
For 8. 2 and 1.
Okay.
Go.
All right. And on that note, I will pass.
All right. We are Max Don. Draw. Let's see. How do we do this? How many cards in hand?
A couple. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Either ends now or doesn't.
I know. What game you want to play, man? You want to break my board? Or do you want to try to break me? Be gentle. Be gentle, Corey. Okay,
right.
see, that's a humble amount of Dawn.
We're going 7 to lead.
Only 7, you say. All right, I'll take that one. And again, I got 6 cards in hand.
All right. 6 cards. go. Hmm.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts, yeah. Yeah, I've seen some videos trying to summarize Kingdom Hearts. There's a lot. Last one I played was Dream Drop Distance.
Let's go 10 to lead with Luffy.
Okay.
Let's go 15 to lead with Whitebeard.
Bro, you want to see what I pulled off the top of my deck? Can I just show the audience? I pulled 1, 2, 3 Kuzins, and then I pulled the other 2 Kuzins. Like, I've pulled no counters this whole game. That's the only reason I've been taking all those hits, by the way.
Damn.
Yeah, no, by the way, there's like 16 to 18 2K counters in this deck, so the fact that we saw 1 Tashigi, come on.
That's the hate of the draw.
Yeah.
I believe in hard to cards, man.
I do. I do. I guess no one informed the game. I do. But let's go ahead and shuffle up, man. Yeah. That was, yeah, I'd say, sure, GG's.
I was trying to figure out if I should get greedy because I had the ace in my hand. I was like, nah, that's not smart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could have gone that route. Would have been fine. And just wiped my board for sure. Yeah, that was bad, dude. What the hell, man? I kept a hand with 1 Kuzin. The 1 10-drop Kuzin. I'm like, this is great. And then I got one off the top of my life. I got one off the top of my deck. I got a 4-drop Kuzin off the top of my deck. Like, it was a 4-drop Kuzin, 10-drop Kuzin, Borsalino.
Damn.
An event. Yeah, it was like not much counter power, but I'm like, oh, pull it. Normally you want to see those cards if we're being frank. Like, you normally want to see that setup in your hand, but dude, that, like, I could have not gotten any more unlucky, honestly. That was so bad. All right. I'll go first. Or go second? I'll go second. That's fine. I'll take a draw. It just means you lose life that much quicker.
Just like that.
Yeah, but you kind of want that. All right, I think this is thoroughly shuffled. We'll find out. Are you ready for round 2, sir?
I guess I'll keep this hand.
All right, you got a Nami for me this time, please?
Maybe.
I usually just keep Namis around. I like Namis. But yeah, that double attacking smoker is money. He's so good.
Well, yikes for it. There goes the Nami.
Oh shoot, you're starting? Here. Wow. Wow, this is the opposite of what happened to me last game.
All right, so we're going to draw. I'm going to pick 1 red Straw Hat card.
Yeah. You're good. Keep going. I'm probably gonna ship this.
Let's see. We're gonna go Rush Zoro.
It's a hand, sure.
Everything else at the bottom. And
that was a hand of 2Ks. What the hell? Yeah, it's okay. We don't need them. Remember how it worked last time?
That's a pass for me, so I'll draw life.
Sure. All right, I'll just draw a deck. I like doing that every now and then. Let's put 2 Dawn down. Okay. Plays. What do we want to do here? Honestly, I think we'll just... This is weird. I mean, I have options, but I don't really want to play this guy. Yeah, we're just gonna pass.
Oh.
Yeah, trying to play smart.
Ooh, stunning.
Mm.
Right, I'm gonna draw. Oh my god, I'm not liking this hand.
Oh, but I'm liking this.
6 to lead with Whitebeard.
Humble 6, you say? Sure. I'll go ahead and eat that. That sounds fun.
Okay, then we're going to tap 3, bringing Rush Zoro.
Sure.
And we're gonna have Rush Zoro go for 5 to life.
5 at my life total, you say? Huh. I'm contemplating if I just want to take this. I think I can. Cool.
And I guess we'll end turn. Draw life.
See you, Toe MTG, and thanks for joining us. All right, let's go ahead. Dawn up. Draw up. Oh, so much stuff. So many goodies. Now, where do I start? Not really sure what I want to play here because we have options. Cards in hand, by the way.
We have 7.
7 cards in hand, you say? All right, we're going to put 1 Dawn on Smoker, reducing the cost of your Nami to 0. He's going to go up 2. It's technically 1, just so the audience knows. It's technically 1, but he's up to 2k. So it's just easier to acknowledge him being a 7k. All right, let's go to lead. Got 7k to face.
7 to the boy. All right, let's put 2k counter.
Okay. And let's go in. We'll do... Your Zoro's a 3 for 5, right?
Yep.
Okay. How do we wanna punish him? Let's see here.
Our table.
Sure. I mean, I don't really want to play you, but I kind of have to, don't I? I could do this. Both these options suck. Both these options suck, but this is the better of 2 evils. We're going to go ahead and play Kobe. And we are going to activate his ability, or activate it. We are going to use his ability to trash a card. We're going to trash this Shockwave. We'll kill Zoro.
My friend.
And with that, I pass.
All right. Everything back active to Dawn. Gonna draw. What am I feeling about this?
I don't know, man. How are you feeling about this? You can be honest with me.
6 to lead.
Just 6.
Yep, 6 to lead with Whitebeard.
All right, I'm gonna do a 2k. I'll make you work a little harder this time.
All right, we're gonna use 5.
Again, I got a Luffy. Yeah, we're gonna get a Luffy. Cards in hand.
6.
6. Okay.
And we're gonna go another 6 to lead.
Just 6, he says. Okay. What do we want to do, gang? Well, we'll drop Tashigi.
All right. And turn. Draw life.
Yes. Yes, the plan is working. Newgate will kill himself if we wait.
Definitely will.
I know. Yeah, this is the stress. This is the stress of Stressbeard. It's, you know, honestly, though, it's potent as hell. Like, being a 6k is obnoxious, but luckily we have ways to skirt around that.
Yeah, always swinging up.
So we've got a tapped Luffy, you say?
Yep.
Alright. Huh. Interesting. We're going to go ahead and reduce the cost of Nami to 0. And we've got 5. Do we play our Smoker? Probably not. With this board right now, with 6 cards in hand, I kind of want to see you...
7 cards. Add your life.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So we've got 1, 2, 4. All right. Let's go ahead and swing an 8k at your Luffy. Okay. Okay, I'm cool. We're cool with that. We're cool with that. Let's go ahead and drop Borsellino.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Oh, he's good because you know what? He's like, what? Whitebeard, you're 6k? I'm 6k. I'll pass with that. It's weird. I don't usually run blockers in any of my decks, but like this is the one deck that kind of needs it.
No, you need that Borsey. You need the Borsey. Right. How do we want to do this? You have 4 life, right?
I have 3 life currently.
3 life. Okay.
Oh, are you gonna end me right now?
Definitely not, but
okay.
See what's a better decision for me to make. Yeah, we're gonna use 5. We're gonna go lead for 6.
Lead for 6, he says. Well, don't really have too much helping me out here. And we know you've probably got another Rush Luffy. Cards in hand, you have 6 still? Or 7 at this point?
I have 8.
8 cards. 8 cards and 7 Dawn, am I looking at? Okay. You know what? That's cool. We'll take it.
Alright. And then we're going to 7 Dawn Ace. Knock Kobe and Borse by 3. Swing 7 at lead.
Right. Unfortunately, Smoker's ability doesn't last until the end of my next turn. So I've got another 7 at lead coming at me. Alright, well, Borsalino's not as effective in a blocker right now, but that's okay. We've got 1, 2... Oh, okay. We'll go ahead and Suru and Smoker to get past that.
And we are passing.
Gotcha. All right. And where's my mouse? Bam. Nope. There we go.
I currently have 8 cards in hand, by the way.
All right. That's not much. I'm not worried. It's not a high number.
Super easy, barely inconvenient.
Yeah, no, we're not worried about that. All right, 8 cards in hand, he says. Probably Newgate to go off next turn. That's fine. That's what it is. So we don't have too many great plays at this very moment. What we want to do is wreck the port gas, but we don't manipulate power the way Red does. I think the first thing we're going to do is just go negative on the Nami.
This Nami just being here is a real downer.
She's okay. She definitely helped you out at the start, I'd say. Yeah, is that what I want to do? Because your port gas is bloop. Yeah, so I don't. Port gas is 7. 2. Hold up. 2. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong card here, sir. That's not gonna do it. Alright. And yeah, currently, did you draw a life card, right? You did? Okay.
Yep.
So you've got 2 life left. Yeah, sadly, we kind of have to deal with your board, I think. So... got this. Oof. Let's go ahead. We're at 7. Go up to 9.
Okay.
We're going to swing the 9 at port gas.
We're going to drop 2 2K counters.
Sure.
So that's going to put me at 11.
And we're going to go ahead and drop Smoker. And I will pass to you.
All right. We are 9 donned up. Growing. Everyone's back active. Well, I think we know how this goes.
Yeah,
So,
just had to see it.
Just throw the 9.
Sure.
Bring out Senor Newgate. All right. How do we want to do this? Let's go 7 lead with ace.
7 lead with ace. Take it.
Go 8 lead with Newgate. Leader, sorry.
No, you're good. Trying to factor in whether I care or not. I'm trying to end you on this next turn if I can. You still have a lot of card in hand, but oof. I mean, no matter what, the crackback is gonna get me one way or another. So it's either I have another card in hand or I don't. The extra life on my board is kind of irrelevant. So I'm trying to think if it's worth just having. It's one of the issues with blacks. You lose hand really quickly. That's why we need brand new. I think that I'm probably just going to take this and cross my fingers that you don't have all of the 2Ks, but you'll probably draw into more because that's what it looks like. But you've played a lot of 2Ks, so 2K counters, I should say. So, I mean, like, you can't just have all of them in hand and you're tapped out. It's fine. I'll take it.
All right. Nothing else I can do here. So, pass.
Gotcha. All right. What do we draw? Cool. Okay. This is interesting. So my turn is going to devolve down to whether I can kill Whitebeard right now. And we've got a couple ways to go about it. There's no blockers, but he is an 8K. We only have 10 Dawn on the field. Borsellino's only a 6K off turn, sadly. And I don't have any power manipulation. That would be so sweet if I did.
Well, I think he's 5 during your turn, right? 6 during my turn. Oh, you said off turn, sorry.
Right. Yeah, he's sadly just a 5 right now. The one thing we know we're gonna do is obviously put Nami at 0.
Goddamn Nami.
I mean, she's helped. I mean, she's done her work. Like, for me and you, though. Yeah, you kind of curved out perfectly this game.
Yeah, it's going okay so far.
All right. So he's at 8. I think that this is how it has to be. There might not be a way I can get in. So technically you're at 3. I need you to be at least 2 over. And because of that fact, I can't go in with Kobe. Could try to stonewall, but that ain't gonna do much. Okay, so you've got 2 life. Honestly, I think before we dawn up, we just need to see if I can get that attack through. And cards in hand, by the way?
6.
Just 6? Alright, and you'll go up to 8. Alright, well, that's a 10. And that's 12, right? If I do the double attack, and I bring you up to 8. That's just a clean 8 and then another clean 8. There's no way I get those through. Right? Yeah, this is a tough turn. There's no real great play for me here. Kind of want to just do damage if I can. So...
That 8K is always a problem.
Yeah. Just kind of a bitch. Right. I got so unlucky that first game. That would have been the game to win. This is not, you don't really want to see your opponent curve out like that. I assume the Luffy was just in hand from the start. Oh, is that true? Did you have the 5-drop Luffy from the start?
Oh, from the start, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's usually a good keep. Particularly like against Borsalino, because you know, how are you going to contend with that elsewise? This is a weird arrangement, but I'm just going to fly this. Let's go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. We've got 12k coming at you. And this is not done. I'm just trying to do math, but that's
double attack.
That is the double attacker for 12k, yeah.
I guess we're taking it.
Okay. So we have a 7k here that could swing at Portgas. We've got no life remaining. So we're going to have to rely on 2k power to get over a 10 and a 6. That's never going to happen. All right, best thing we can do is this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's an 11 coming at you.
Let's see, so I'm at 8.
Smoker, you're at 8. You have it.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's just see hands. I'm curious, because this is what I drew. Okay, cool. So, I mean, I wasn't too far off from getting you there.
Yeah, I was waiting for the Luffy next turn just in case you didn't swing with Borsalino to try to hold me off a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I mean, what I got here was some 2Ks off the top of my life total. Really, I needed to take the damage there. Like, the best thing I could do is try to rely on a decent crackback. Unfortunately, you got to whittle away Whitebeard's hand, and you just didn't really have that many creatures I was really working on to actually actively work on your hand. But yeah, we've got 2 Great Eruptions and 2 Meteor Volcanoes that saw no play. But let's go ahead and do one final round, just for shits and giggles.
What sucked with my hand is that I actually didn't have a bunch of counters. I had a whole bunch of like Ace, Luffy, and Whitebeard in my hand.
Right,
and I was
right.
like scared. I was like, yo, if he launches like a crazy attack, he's gonna get me down quicker.
Yeah. Well, that was the turn to try to do it. I'm thinking that maybe I should have divvied up those attacks, but
Yeah.
you know, honestly, having known your hand there, then it wouldn't have worked either way. I just got really, really unlucky with that turnout. I still think that I would want to go second against you, but I mean, what would the advantage of going first be against Whitebeard, really?
You can always mix it up.
Yeah, I mean, most of my best drops are at the 4 range, but there are some 3 drops that I could play with. You know what? Oh, it's fine. I mean, I need the draw more than anything, though. It's a lie. I'll go second. Sadly.
He said, actually, nah.
Nah, it's just the trashing of cards in black. It's really difficult to hold a hand. You know? And everything is like a 2-for-1, essentially, when it comes down to reducing level, unless you have Kuzon out. The 4-drop Kuzon really helps with clearing out an early board.
I think I'm gonna keep hand.
All right. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. This seems palatable. Yeah, this has been a vicious matchup.
Smoker has a rough time.
He's good. He gets way better next set. And again, I've been playing that build this whole time. He's just so much better. But whenever you're ready.
All right. Go draw 1 Dawn. I'm just going to give it to you. Give me the Nami.
All right.
We're going to go Luffy.
Sure.
All right. Everything goes bottom deck. One tapped. And we will draw life. Your turn.
Gotcha. All right. Interesting.
In the game, gotta get you.
All right, just to show superiority, I'll don up and reduce Nami, and I'll pass with that.
Right, we're gonna go to Don. Earpiece. Draw. No card on the field. Yep. Then you use 3.
Zoro. See it.
Bring out Luffy.
Oh, okay. I can deal with that.
And then we're gonna go 6 to lead.
6 to lead. You fell for my trap card, sir. We're gonna use white out. Just give him 2k for the turn.
Right, so pass, draw life.
Love to see it. I'll take my turn. Oof. Okay. Luffy. How much do we want to get sucker punched by Luffy? Not much, I gotta tell you. I honestly don't like that. But screw it. He is kind of problematic. We're gonna reduce Nami. And I gotta pressure your life here. We're gonna go 7 to lead.
Right, we're gonna drop 2.
Sure. And I will play out a smoker. And I'll pass.
Alright. 2, back active, draw. Smoker is how much again? Sorry.
He's a 3 for 4, but he can't be KO'd by effects.
Nice.
If you were wondering about the Vista.
Alright, we're gonna throw 2 on the Luffy.
Right.
Swing lead for 7.
Right. Yes, I feel like I've seen
Ability,
this.
Don X2, your turn. This character gains plus 2,000 power.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. Well, you know, I had to take damage at some point, so it's gonna be now.
Inevitable.
Right.
Then let's go.
But don't you dare snap your fingers at me, sir.
And then we're gonna go play Newgate, 7 to lead.
That is some good math. A life. You've got 4 life at this point.
Yep. 7 cards in hand.
Sure. We'll do the thing. Go up to 8 here.
All right, and I will pass. Draw life.
Cool. Okay, so all the radical beams, all the guard points. I'm ready. Let's
cards.
Yeah, right. I saw the guard point, sir. I saw your guard point. Your guard point's showing. We're gonna reduce Nami's level of. Well, actually, do we want to reduce Nami's level? That's the real question. And how many cards do you have in hand? A lot, right?
I have 8.
Just 8. Just 8, he says. Yeah, I'll reduce Nami's level. Okay. 8 cards in hand. We're gonna swing a 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. That's such a weird setup. So this is a 7, now it's an 8. Six. Sure. We're gonna swing this 8K at your Luffy. Oh, you're getting a call again.
Doesn't seem like anybody's calling me. I think the camera just...
Oh, just died.
No. Yeah, let me just reset camera. I think maybe because it was idle for so long.
Maybe. I mean, mine hasn't done it yet. Yeah, but we're going 8 at your Luffy there.
Eight at my Luffy?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I guess we'll take that.
All right, sounds good. We'll go ahead and swing Smoker, who is also at 8 at lead. Guard point, guard point.
We're going to use one Don, Radical Beam, combo that with a Ista. Oh, that one.
Okay.
So 1K, so that's plus 3.
Sounds good to me. With that, I'll go ahead and gonna move my Dawn back over here.
Two Dawn. All right, so what do we got? We got that Smoker Coon. We're gonna go 6 to lead.
Mm-hmm. 6 to lead. Yeah, we're just gonna have to take that.
Use 5 Don.
Might have seen
Luffy.
Might have seen it coming.
We're gonna go 6 to Character Smoker.
6 to my Smoker. All right. On that, we're gonna go ahead, tap 2. We will do the Shockwave, and it's up to 1 4,000 or less, but we're not gonna target any. We're just gonna get him in at 8.
And we will pass. I'll draw life.
Cool. Okay, untap here. 2. Whoop. 1, 2. Draw a card. Interesting. Well, these aren't very useful right now. But we've got 8 Dawn on this turn, huh?
Make some magic happen.
Oof, wrong game. But I will. But I will. Let's do this Nami 0. Could have expected it. Ugh, there's never enough Dawn. Never enough Dawn.
Undone.
Right, and let me just see what you're cooking with here. And again, cards in hand.
We have 7 cards in hand.
All right. 7 cards in hand, he says. Sure. Okay. Just Dawn up. We're gonna swing an 8K at Luffy.
And then we are going to use 1 Don, and we're going to Radical Beam that.
Okay.
So that's plus 4.
Sounds good. We're gonna swing another 8K at Luffy.
We're going to use another Don, and we're going to Radical Beam that.
Sure, sure. Just need to get those out of your hand. We're gonna go ahead and put Borsalino down. And we'll pass.
All right.
All right, let's see the Newgate. It's gonna happen. It's happened every game. I don't see why it wouldn't happen here.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
It's fine. It's fine. Happens.
I actually don't have it.
I mean, if it did, I just like the luck. Like, who needs Ezo when you just pull your friggin' Whitebeard every game anyways?
We're gonna go 7 Don up.
Uh-huh. He's
So,
good.
-3 on both your characters.
Sure.
How much life you got left? 4, 3?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Right.
I can indicate it. Here.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put 2 on Luffy.
Sure.
Swing 8 for life. Goes through your blocker.
Right. We'll take that. But just this once.
Alright, and we're gonna go 6 to your smoker character.
6 to my
-3.
smoker. Yeah, he's a 1k. It's kind of small fries right now. Well, you know, the podcast changes the math on my end too. We're gonna have to just let that happen.
And then we're gonna go 7 lead.
7 to lead. Okay, so this is the one we can contest. Should we elect to? I think not, though.
Right, and I'm gonna pass and draw life. That's what sucks. Because I have no Newgate. I have more one life.
Yeah, honestly, like that curve is so it's unreal when it happens. Like I think that with Ezo, it's just gonna be even more effective, honestly. It's already pretty solid. But the thing is, what this deck is really missing right now, is Isho. Like to help punish aggro in black, there's really not much. And in set 3, again, like what I've just been playing set 3, you don't want 10-drop Kuzan. It's just not good.
Yeah.
8-drop Iso, and then not only do you punish aggro list for just having a big hand, you also -3 their whole board. It's like smoker territory perfectly. Yeah, it's just too good.
That's what I realized playtesting OPO3 Ace. Like at first, the first build I had, I put Newgate in it, and I realized it was just slowing me down.
Yeah, Newgate, like a 9-drop Newgate there, though, it's perfect. Like you kind of need it. You definitely want it. Say that much.
6 cards in the hand, by the way.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, that'll help. 6 in hand, he says. Okay, so we still have to contend with this Luffy that's just gonna ream me. And you might have another rusher, right? And that's just gonna have to be okay. Honestly, and sadly, the best thing I can do, I think, is... You got 1 life left, right? We're gonna negative Nami. We've all seen it before. We all know. Ooh. Sure. I don't want to have to do this, but I think it's what I must do this. We'll go ahead and reduce the cost of your Luffy.
Okay.
By 2. And also draw a card. Ugh, really? Okay. I'm gonna reduce the cost of your Luffy by 2. Draw a card.
Alright.
That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see off the top, finally.
Some Sokka action.
No. This deck's not on Sokka. It's weird. It's weird, but it's good. And it's just so much more reliable later. Trust me. We're gonna Meteor Volcano the Luffy.
There we go.
Right.
My friend.
Almost like Sokka. Almost. All right. So we want to sandbag, but we also want to do damage. So. Hate doing this. Okay.
Ooh, two Borsies.
Two Borsies. Two Borsies. We're going to swing at your lead with 8.
All right. We're going to throw 2 and 1.
2 and 1. Sounds good. All right, with that, I'll pass.
What do you want to do this?
And by the way, Chad, thanks for joining. I hope you're enjoying this King of the Pirates. If you want to see a bad matchup in the making, it's this one. But I'm happy for it, honestly. It's funny. We'll do a deck profile in a second where I talk through this list. But it's weird because I started this list in OPO3 and it's a deconstruct. So I cannot say that this is what the list wants to be, but I enjoy playing it anyways. Again, grossly effective in OPO3, so I'm very excited to be picking up singles.
Okay. Let's put 3 on Nami, 5 to lead.
Mm-hmm. And you have, what, like 6 cards in hand at this point?
5.
5 with a draw? Okay. 5 to lead. That's fine. I'll block with a 6k Borsalino.
Right. Let's go 8 to lead with ace.
8 to lead with ace. All right. And if I'm not mistaken, it costs 7 to be unblockable with Luffy, right?
Yeah.
That's 8 at lead. Okay. We're going to go ahead and dump 2 2Ks.
Go 8 to lead with Newgate.
8 to lead with Newgate. What do we got? A Rush Zoro in hand? I can eat this one. Until I'm wrong about it. We'll see.
Alright. Down up 3. Play Zoro. Throw 1 down on Zoro. Let's go 6 to lead. I'm sure you'll have a 2K.
6 to lead. Yeah. That's the real question. Do I want to leverage the 2K or do I want to leverage this one? We'll block with the Borsalino, but we'll also drop a 1K.
Then wasn't wise, but I tried to go for it.
No, I get it. Because you're about to have to go to 0 as well.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to pass up, draw my last life.
But cards in hand?
5.
All right, you still might have it. Honestly, again, this matchup is like, that first game was going really well for me because you did not hit your curve well, but second game was just gross. This game, you gotta hit that Newgate. Which weird, because you actually hit Newgate in our first game, am I mistaken?
Yeah, I hit it on the first 2 games, but this game just cards were not in my favor.
All right, well, we've got a 6K on board that needs a beating. So I think the only thing we can do is reduce the cost of Nami. Yeah. All right.
We're going shotgun approach.
Oh yeah. 1 blast of 6.
1 blast of 6. We got 1K.
Got another blast of 6. It's a delayed shotgun. The spread is the spread is really weird.
We got 1K.
All right, and then we're gonna toss the rest on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's gonna be a 14.
Oh, there we go. That's game.
There we go. All right. Whoa, and you had the Newgate. So wait, did you just pull Wait,
No,
you had two negates.
So I pulled one from the last life, and then I had one before, but I didn't see it worth it. I was thinking about going in for the kill more than trying to play it and go have the 8. So I wanted to swing 4 times instead of just swinging 2.
Right. You had the bodies on board. I mean, like, that's what Nami kind of devolves into later, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Well, shit, let's organize this. Let's talk about these decks. I'm curious to see your deck makeup. And since I got the camera on you, we might as well start with you.
Yeah. Let me these cards together. So my deck profile is not that much different than most Strawbeard deck profiles, with, of course, running 4 of the Newgate leaders.
Right.
Have these here. So there's 1, 2. Where's the other ones?
Did those the last ones come off of life?
One was off life and one was on the draw. So the one on the draw, that's when it hit my turn where I could have played it on 1 life and saved myself the life, but I was just like, nah, I think swing it. I just didn't know what you was going to possibly have in your hand. So I took priority of just multiple swings rather than getting my life at 8 and holding my attack at 8 and holding my life at 1.
Well, this is the one game where I pulled my 2Ks. So luckily. Yeah, trying to aggress your hand is the most difficult bit against Newgate. But you're on just 2 of those Luffys?
I think I have 4, I want to say. There's 3. Yeah, there's 4 of these Luffys, the 2K Luffy. So, I mean, the 3K 3000. So these are always clutch because I can have them in hand as a 2K counter. But it really does help in the early game to like be annoying and swing for that 7. So it's either you're going to deal with it early with like a Vista Pop or or like maybe just I forgot what black cards there are that pop 3 cards like with a 1 or 2 costs, but
right to like tap them down.
Yeah. So
yeah, there's a couple, but honestly, like against black, you're pretty safe to play it down, like unless I drop a Kobe against it, right? But it's a tough call because I feel like you could just eat that hit and then you could get him on the crackback, right? But he's still like really potent. I feel you though. Like I love that Luffy, man. I'm on 4 of them in my own Luffy deck. He's fantastic. You'll play him. He's like very playable.
Yeah. And then of course we have the staple, which is the 4 Namis. Those have to be in here, automatic.
Right. And how many actual straw hats do you run?
So I upped it before. I like had a little bit more Vistas. But it's mainly only straw hats. Vista's the only Vista and Makino and Otama are the only non-straw hats. Besides also King Do and I think that's it, just King Do.
Gotcha.
Yep. So everybody else is straw hats. Just so it's easy for me to search and I don't have to kind of mulligan.
Right. Do you foresee this list changing to a more Whitebeard centric deck when the next set comes out, or are you going to keep it the same?
I mean, I don't think I plan on running Whitebeard next set, but if I did, I think I would probably lean closer to the Boatbeard build simply because that new Marco that's coming out is really, really annoying and sticky.
But he's also really like that guy's good in Portgas too, though, right? Because he just it's discard events for him.
Yep, discard events for the 5 cost 6K. And the other one, the blocker one, you got to get down to 2 life, but it's still annoying to deal with.
Right.
We're running 2 aces just so I'm not oversaturated on high cost cards.
Hold up.
Especially with 4 Whitebeards.
Wait up. You're only running 2?
Only 2.
Bro, I saw both of them. What? How did I see both of them?
Only
like
2.
you don't need the Ezo. You don't need the Ezo. I feel like other people want it, but what? Wow. Okay, I thought you were running 4. Normally you see like 3 to 4, like 2. Shit.
So I brought down the ace so I could use 2 Zoros.
Okay.
I don't see a lot of Zoros being used that much. I use it to kind of give me some rush power in the beginning.
Yeah, it's good pressure for sure.
But also knocking down those aces, since they're 7 costs, allows me to feel more comfortable running 4 of the rush Luffys.
Yeah, he's a house, man. Like if you're gonna go play Nami, like he's the one to find, especially against Trafalgar Law, and like you know it, like it's a pain in the ass with the amount of blockers.
Yeah, it's just rough sometimes because too many of like these no counter cards I just have to like be wary because they can end up being useless in my hand. And I've run into that problem a lot where they're just sitting there and I'm like, I can't really get these out and they're not worth anything.
Yeah, it's funny because my general philosophy is never have more than 12 or like 3 play sets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't generally run more than that.
I'll do my events last. We have 3 of the 2-cost 3K Brooks.
Fair.
Actually, no, it's 4. Sorry. There we go. Then 4 Otamas. Otamas are always clutch, especially for like Vista to be useful. But it's hard against you because a lot of your guys can't get KO by effect, so it's kind of just better. It's just a 2K counter in my hand.
Yeah, the Otama and the Newgate, right? Like if push comes to shove, you can kill a 5K blocker with Newgate off an Otama.
I'm also running 2 of the 2-cost 3K Sanjis.
Very interesting, man. Like, I think you can still do the effect if you don't have to rip one off the top of your life. I think. I could be wrong. I know it works that way with Squad.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the ability works with the effect, but I used it more as a substitute for Jozu being the 2K counter.
Right.
Just because I can lose Jozu on the Nami search. And Sanji, I don't have to lose on the Nami search.
Right. I think if you do switch to ESO, like if you, the player, audience viewer, switches to ESO, Jozu's great. It's just as a 2K and a rusher, technically, right? Depending on the lead. But yeah, I know I get that. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, it's useful to like, for last minute sneak attack. If you're under 2 life, you throw 1 Don, it gets, the 5K rush. Have a hard time playing against other Whitebeards using it, so it tends to end up just sitting in my hand as a 2K counter. So I figured, let me have the Sanji at least so I don't lose it when searching. We got 3 Makinos.
Right.
Always useful to
so
power up a Nami.
4, 8. So I see 4, 8, and right now 13. 13 2K power so far.
Yep. And then we have 3 Vistas.
Oh, okay. Just the 3. Just the cool 3.
Just 3 is just so I can make room for other stuff. I've just, like I said, the searching with Nami has messed me over so many times. I'm just like more on the scared end.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like having characters that can't be KO'd by Vista almost hurt me against you because it just meant that you kept that 1K in hand, and it also meant that you just kept Otama in hand. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Whereas I think I saw both those cards just used strictly as counters this whole game, which again was a pain to get over, but you had them, so
yeah. And then we have the 2 of the 4-cost vanilla Luffy's 1K counter, 6K power.
How do you feel about that Luffy? Like, I get that he's searchable, but I mean, I guess the only real bad matchup, but like he can get jet pistoled, right? That's the one notable interaction for him, and also tap down from what's her name, that great Okiku, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's Okiku or Izo. I forget, one or the other. But yeah, how do you feel about the Monkey D. Luffy in the list? Because I like him. It's a promo, I think, too.
Useful for the counter, always 1K, but definitely can cause an issue if I bring it out early. Like if I brought it out on the 4 Don or even the 6 Don or 5 or whatever around there. If I bring it out, you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to do something. So even if you use the pistol, you're gonna exhaust 4 Don just to do that.
Yeah, it definitely calls for an answer because it threatens Whitebeards like other Whitebeards, and it also clearly threatens anything else. So
yeah, and for 4 costs and still having a counter, it's not horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Running 3 of the 4-cost 6K Luffy's, 1K counter.
Or Frankie's.
I mean, yeah, Frankie, my bad.
No, you're cool. Yeah, that makes sense. They're both searchable.
Same things. And then 3 of the 5-cost 7K King Dues.
Yeah. So that's where it's at, really, right? Like 7 is the magic number because it's always going to be a 2 for 1, or at least as it stands right now in the game.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a 2 for 1, so that's not bad. I feel like King Du's real sweet. I wish that there was a 5 for 7 for Straw Hat currently. I don't think there is.
Yeah.
But as soon as there is, it's like hyper playable, like very playable.
I mean, shoot, like you said, the little ores when we were talking earlier about when I ran against that Luffy, that was a problem in itself because that's a 7 cost being at 9. it's just almost like, do I even try to kill this thing? Like, do I just leave it alone and try to end this game? It's just like you don't know what to do.
Oof. Yeah, man.
And then we're only running 2 sets of events, so 3 guard points, 2 radical beams.
Or 4 total I see there of the rads.
2.
Or
Actually,
you could, yeah. No, you got them right down there. You just put them on top.
Oh shoot.
You're cool. That's so funny, dude. Because like rad beam and it's funny because like I'm the opposite with my Luffy deck. Like because I'm not losing life, I have 2 rad beams and 4 guard points. Because normally the math that people try to work out is like I'll go 2k over and guard points perfect. And then once they wise up, it's like, okay, well, I've lost some life. I'm potentially 2 or less. Then rad beam's good. But for this particular deck, like rad beam's essential. Like it's almost always gonna be useful at 4k.
Yeah, guard point early game, radical beam end game. That's how I see it.
Yeah, right now I gotta say in OPO2, like there's some red supremacy. Like the effects, and this is what we were talking about last game too with Mikey. Like all of the effects are just generically good. Like that Otama, it doesn't say if you're playing Wano country, then do this, right? It's like it doesn't care. Makino, it doesn't care. Yeah, it's just vanilla good stuff. You just need to did you build a deck? Then the effects are going to be useful, right? And same thing with Rad Beam, like a 1-drop 4k counter?
Bananas.
Right. It's just also especially good for like leaders like Garp, like that start with 4 life. Like you'll get there super quick. So yeah, that's one of those cards that's always going to be just valuable to have a play set of. But yeah, the makeup looks good, man. I like the ratios of everything too.
Thank you. I mean, it doesn't do great in tournaments, but I think that's just me being bad at the game.
You did well today. It's funny because like I love Sakazuki, but I recently switched. So I pulled this smoker from an unboxing and I almost felt obligated to play it. But what really saddens me about this particular list is that it just doesn't care for the 10-drop Kuzin as much as I want it to, right? So I want to state that this card is just not going to be in the deck moving forward. Like the Black Luffy that's coming out, he loves this shit.
Black Luffy is nice.
Right, and because dude, I can't. Okay, I'll let you guys know, man. I dropped like $40+ on each one of these, man. It was so much, but they were they did. I know. Don't even tell me the price right now. I don't want to know the price right now. But I'm honestly gonna make that Luffy just so I can play these, man. Just to play these, because that's like the best top end that you can get out of that deck, and then that Luffy is just grossly effective. But that will be like another pretty hard aggro list. But smokers, so far as I saw, I don't like the sort of tempo play of just playing a bunch of Sakazukis, playing a bunch of Kobes, playing all the on play KO because they all say trash. I also don't like the Garp from the precon where you have to play him and rest him to do the thing. Like it just hampers the deck so much, dude. So I'm like, well, what does black have inherently that's really effective against the meta right now? And that's can't be KO'd by effects. Like this stuff is just grossly effective, dude. And we also get a new CP9 blocker as well that can't be KO'd by effects. Like it forces you to put in the work, and that legitimately changes the math on combat, right? So like this smoker, a 5-for-7 vanilla is great. A 5-for-7 is what you want to see, right? It's like what we were talking about earlier, except it can't be KO'd. Okay, even better. Oh, and one more. It has double attack. It's a 7k with double attack. So like not against Whitebeard, but against every other 5k, like it's gross. But you do have to don him up to even get there. So I guess against Whitebeard, it's really good. And then I pulled these, dude, and I never thought to use these at all. But not only are they a 1k in hand, not only can I play them safely into a board and not have to think about you KOing them. Like green is the bad matchup. Like you can tap him down and kill him. That's fine. Yeah. But he'll swing at you for 6k if you played Impel Down Search. And I mean like the purple one, Buggy, Nami, Momo. Think of all of the 1-drops you commonly see. Like Smoker's going to reduce them. He's going to be a 6k on the swing. And that's pretty potent, dude. Off a turn 2 play, that's really potent. But yeah, I love these 2 smokers. They're sort of like the linchpin to the deck. We did need some on play KO because even though we trash a card with Kobe, the range at which he hits is good, especially for aggro decks, like other aggro decks. Like hitting a 3 cost means removing a 5k, right? And in my book, that's better than Vista. The downside is you have to drop a card, right?
Yep.
But he's a 1k counter with 4k power. That's pretty solid. I do say I miss Sakazuki in this current deck composition, but again, like this was re-engineered from OPO3 back. So like the whiteouts are definitely not in the list in the next set. They're not. That This is just, honestly, they're here as a potential trigger to draw a card and then protect my characters from being KO'd from effects. Like that is useful. Everything else about the card's weak. Shockwave, I honestly hate. I'm pretty sure I'm off of these in the next set too, because it's very easy to read into your opponent's Dawn and just not have the care, because the fact that they need to be active hampers it so much. And like you saw earlier, like I don't want to kill your Nami. Like why would I do up to Nami? Like why would I kill? That's my meal ticket. Why would I ever do that?
It's interesting. I've seen some people just go for killing the Nami, but like you're wise. I get why keeping it there, just because.
Right.
7k always.
Right, 7k here, 6k here, double attack here, and it only gets progressively better, right? Like if I ran more, if a cost of 0 was on the board, then it would matter even more. But for me, this is like can't be KO'd tribal is what I'm trying to go for. These Kuzans are self-explanatory, you always run them. Borsalino, self-explanatory, you always run them. It's the best blocker in the game, one of the best attackers in the game, particularly for black with the -4. Tashigi, necessary evil, she's fine. She does cost reduce, so if you're really in a bind, you can pay 3 to cost reduce, but that's rough. Monkey D. Garp gets removed in the next set. He's just not, we don't really want to play him because he can get run down by Vista, Seaquake, Nico Robin.
Yeah, Seaquake is a problem for him,
Yeah, dude, like name all of the red removal, like he'll get nuked. So it's not as, I don't know, in my mind, it's not as effective as attacking life in the same way that your Luffy does. Like, that's good. This is fine for the KO, but I rarely run him out. Tsuru, I kind of hated her at first, but well, at least in Sakazuki, I should say. Here, she's great with Smoker because it helps with the math on a lot of these cards. So Tsuru's great. She's going to be in the deck moving forward. The events are pretty simple. Like, Black just came out in OPO2, so not much has really changed for the meta outside of what's been in that initial pool in the pre-cons. And honestly, there was a lot of good stuff for Black. Like I'm happy with where it's at. I can honestly say that Isho is going to be a game changer as an 8-drop, which means by turn 4, you can start playing it. And then if you're, and Black usually wants to be off play because it doesn't have a good turn 1. You can honestly, brand new turn 1, hopefully find an Isho if you didn't have one in hand. But as soon as you run that out, especially with a list that's going sideways every turn, Isho is going to reduce their hand size if they have 6 or more. So it's just a grossly effective combo with this particular build. I can say though that I like where the Smoker is at now. It's fine. Yeah. Like I feel like that first game could have gone either way if I didn't have like the 3 Kuzans.
Yeah, the Kuzan thing definitely held you up in regards to having the counters.
Right, but like, you know, I lost and I'm fine with that. But you could see how this gets hampered by, because honestly, when I saw that 10-drop Kuzan against you, like Whitebeard in particular, I never wanted to play it, man. Why would I don't want to play it this game, and I'm happy I didn't see it in that last game because it's just not the card to play against Whitebeard. I mean, unless you're going for the I'm going to KO everything package and then try to, you know, crack at you on the final turn, but that's just not this particular deck strategy. So Isho,
if you have it out quick, like, and then the Sakazuki comes out after, that's when it's really really like a problem.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so good. And so I'll state that like this 10-drop Kuzan, I'm not saying it's bad. Luffy's gonna love it. Sakazuki loves it.
Yeah.
And it will only get progressively better. Like I think that it holds up as a 10-drop. Like that's still a bomb, dude. Like -5 every card, great. KO a thing that's 0. If you play 2 of these, you just KO anything. So it's still legit. It's just not great with this particular strategy. So I'm ready to I'm ready to move on to set 3 next month, by the way.
Do you find that you have an easier time running against Law? Because I feel like Law with blood in the board, like the max is bringing out is like a 6 cost, right?
Right. Sometimes I've seen laws with the 8 cost kid, and that sort of redirects hate, right? Like that's brutal But when you're dealing with the 5-drop laws, and I mean like the blocker law, the set as active law, yeah, then 10 cost Kuzen's great. Like I can run down that deck with this particular build really well. So I don't know. I feel like we see a lot of laws in New York City. So I've been building a lot of my decks to sort of contend with them because it's best of one traditionally. So knowing like that this makeup is good to handle most law lists makes me content. Whitebeard is tough though. Where like any sort of aggro list is going to be a little tough for this list. And honestly, I would probably alternate this Kobe out at some point. I see the Kobe that comes in the Luffy set. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like 4-drop or 3-drop, and it's a 1K. But all you got to do is, you rest him and he kills things of a certain level. It can't be 0. He seems okay.
I think it's 1 or 0, but even still.
Yeah, I mean, well, this one punches up, so I guess that's good. Like that Luffy precon doesn't look. There's not much of like by way of card in that set, that precon that I really want, sadly. Like the Shanks just not. At 9-drop for 10k, you pitch a card, kill all 1ks or 1 level 1s.
I played against it in the sim, but that person was running Rob Lucci, and I wasn't happy about it.
Really, really
took me out. Yeah, the Rob Lucci leader is it's almost like sneaks in with that extra attack, kind of like Kid.
Yeah.
So it's giving me issues.
He has to trash 2 cards or 1 card, I forget.
Trash 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I've been building Kid up. I fought a couple of Rob Lucci's and I haven't had. It's weird. Maybe it's just the piloting. Like I've had luck with Rob Lucci with this deck actually, but Lucci I can see why it's good because the last time I fought Rob Lucci, like he didn't activate the ability once. So it was really interesting. I guess it's because
it happened in clutch. If anything, it's like a clutch play. I feel like.
Right. When you just want to close out the game, like dawn him up. But that's kind of the beauty of it too, right? Like because you can use. It doesn't require dawn, right? You could just use all your dawn to buff him up and then swing in twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross. But I think congratulations are in order, Corey.
Thank you.
You're effectively king of the pirates today. But I'll get there.
One day badge, try to wear it.
Yeah, definitely do. But yeah, if you want to shout out anything on your channel for my audience, or just talk about any sort of upcoming streams or content you'll be producing, feel free to holler.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I got coming up is usually I do the One Piece manga chapters weekly. So if you want to check out some live reactions to One Piece manga chapters, come check out my channel. I got a couple vlog videos of, doing a One Piece unboxing with OPO1 with the starter decks. If you want to check that out as well, see what I pulled. And, did a little vlog of playing in my first ever card game tournament. So that's here on my channel. But it's not too much card stuff, but it's a variety. So if you're down for some variety, check out the Rogue Rock.
I need to catch up with Berserk so I can catch up with you. Because I stopped around where he got, and this is probably a while back at this point, but I got up to where he gets the Berserk armor. And then like a little past that.
Oh.
Am I up there?
Yeah, you're pretty, that's definitely in the 200s.
Okay, but it's like he gets vicious. He gets vicious. And it's funny that the title of the series doesn't really come into its own until he gets the Berserk armor, and it just goes complete devil on people. It's so
it goes
good.
berserk, as they say.
Yeah, it's like if you've only watched like the films up to that initial story arc with the Hawks. What are they called? The Band
of the Hawk.
The Band of the Hawks. Like it's awesome, but it's just like it's not even the tip of the iceberg. It's just like it's the road that leads to the cliff face that you're trying to like summit. You know what I mean?
I was not prepared for when I got into the series. I got into it. What was it now? Maybe 9 months ago now. Then I binged it, got through it within like maybe 5 months, and I was not prepared for what type of character development, what type of art I was about to see. It was bananas.
Yeah, it only gets better too. His relationship with the girl kind of upsets me. Yeah, God, it's so upsetting. But at any rate, enough about that. Thanks again, guys, for joining us on this episode of King of the Pirates. Hopefully we'll have more Corey out in the future. I'm going to get more games in. And of course, we want to do more One Piece coverage on here. But I hope you enjoyed the content today. My name is Patrick Marlett, your local game guy. You know where to tune in for my content. And if you're still simulcasting, it was a pleasure getting to game and lose to Corey on your channel as well. I don't want to defend Smoker, but he's better at OPO3, I promise.
OPO3 is going to be a problem. That's 1 month away, right?
Yeah, I'm so excited, man. We'll have to revisit. You don't have to play Whitebeard if you've moved on, but we'll definitely, it sounds like you want to play Portgas. Is that true?
Going straight Portgas, yep.
All right, okay. That's the next matchup, man. I'm ready.
All right, cool.
But appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, enjoy your life.
I'm feeling great and feel the vibe. I'm really grateful we alive. And I'm feeling great cause lately I've been on the way to something great. And I feel alive cause I create like every day and I'm on today.